Well, folks, Jimmy Kimmel is back on the air. Last episode, we talked about how he had been suspended for making comments about the Charlie Kirk incident. Really, he made comments about Donald Trump's reaction to Charlie Kirk, and they suspended him. And white people lost their ever-loving minds. And so white people decided to boycott Disney everything, okay? They decided to boycott Disney. They decided to boycott ABC. They canceled their Hulu subscriptions. They canceled their ABCP. They canceled their Disney vacations, right? They went ham. And guess what? 3 days later, guess who was back on the air? Jimmy Kimmel, okay? And even just a couple days ago, the last holdouts who still, because, you know, this is not just one company. It's a whole thing. It's like different companies. Blah, blah. But the last couple of holdouts that were not putting him on the air finally acquiesced recently. And now he's officially back on the air all over. And I'm just wondering, where was that energy for Joy-Ann Reid when she got fired from MSNBC because she was one of the only real ones at MSNBC? Where was that energy? Where was that energy for Don Lemon? Where was that energy for Katie Fang and Alex Wagner and Mehdi Hassan and Jim Acosta and and the list does go on. All the other people who were fired from their jobs for speaking the truth. Where was that energy? You know, it's so powerful to see the power of collective action. Look at how quickly, when everybody decided, you know what, we're going to take action and we're going to take it swiftly. Look how quickly they walked it back. Look how quickly. But I guess only white people get that energy, right? Only your faves, your favorite white people get that energy. Right? The blacks, no. The browns, Nope, just the whites. I'm like, it boggles my mind and it frustrates me to see the difference in reaction. You know, it's just like I said, it's such a slap in the face, you know? And it just reminds me, the thing that pops into my head instantly is that quote, right? The famous quote. First they came for the socialists, and I said nothing because I was not a socialist. Then they came for the trade unionists, and I said nothing because I was not a trade unionist. Then they came for the Jews, and I said nothing because I was not a Jew. Then they came for me, and there was nobody left to speak up for me. And that's what I'm seeing here, okay? Y'all motherfuckers turn a blind eye when it's the black people getting kicked off of shows, when it's the brown folks getting kicked off of shows, when it's any BIPOC people getting kicked off of shows. Y'all don't even bat an eye. But your white boy, Jimmy Kimmel, your favorite white boy, and y'all went into overdrive and made change like that. Like that. But then you want to be harassing black and brown people who are sitting here fighting for liberation when you have the power. Look how easily look at all it took was for y'all. Y'all didn't even have to get up in the streets. A couple of clicks online. Cancel. And you were able to go up against the megalith of Disney and shut him down in 3 days. For your favorite white boy. But anybody else, who cares? Who cares? Nobody had anything to say, nothing. The only people who had Joy-Ann Reid's back were black women. And yeah, I stopped watching MSNBC after they got rid of that whole slew of people that I mentioned. Instantly. And MSNBC used to be playing on in the background of my house all the time. Instantly got rid of that. Where was that solidarity for Joy-Ann Reid and Don Lemon and all the rest of them? Y'all white folk, it's like, I don't know what's going on with y'all. I don't know how long how many generations it's gonna take for you guys to wake up. And I already know, like now y'all got Jimmy Kimmel back on the air and it's back to brunch, right? Now it's like, oh, everything's fine again, right? You would think that that would make you ask yourself, well, who else has been getting screwed? Let's see who else we can help. Nope. Y'all got your one white boy back. You're back to doing nothing again, right? Is that the plan, girl? So it's just really frustrating to see that type of energy for some people and not for others. And what folks don't understand is that you can't pick and choose who gets treated poorly and who doesn't, and think that you're going to be okay. First they came for the socialists, then they came for the Jews, then they came for the unions, and then they came for me. See, when they were coming for Joyanne Reid, y'all didn't give a damn. When they went for Don Lemon, y'all didn't give a damn. When they went for Mehdi Hassan, y'all didn't give a damn. When they went for Katie Fang and Alex Wagner and all the y'all didn't give a damn. But then they came for your favorite white boy. See, they wouldn't have come for Jimmy Kimmel if y'all had stood up for the rest of them the way you stood up for him. So let's see how this continues to play out, because Jimmy Kimmel's not going to be the last. The goal of this administration is to destroy the mainstream media so that they can control it and they can control the propaganda and the narrative. Let's see what happens moving forward.